Welcome back to TCM, where we're in the midst of our annual 31 Days of Oscars salute. I'm Jacqueline Stewart here at the University of Chicago. Our lineup tonight includes Oscar-winning or nominated films that are set in Italy. And that brings us to a 1999 thriller called The Talented Mr. Ripley. Produced by Miramax and Paramount Pictures, it stars two actors who had recently become Academy Award winners. Matt Damon won an Oscar for co-writing the screenplay for 1997's Good Will Hunting, in which he also starred. And Gwyneth Paltrow won for Best Actress for her role in the 1998 film Shakespeare in Love. The director of The Talented Mr. Ripley, Anthony Minghella, was also a recent winner for directing the 1996 drama The English Patient. Matt Damon plays the title character, a man hired to go to Italy to find a millionaire's playboy son, played by Jude Law, and bring him home. But once there, Damon becomes a little too attached to Jude Law's lavish lifestyle. The script is based on Patricia Highsmith's 1955 novel, which spawned a series about the amoral Mr. Ripley. This film was nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Jude Law for supporting actor and Anthony Minghella for his adapted screenplay. Originally, Minghella was only supposed to write the script, but once he started writing, he couldn't imagine anyone else directing. So the studio executives agreed to let him handle both duties. The cinematography evokes many of the 1950s and 60s Technicolor films set in Europe that we often show here on TCM. And the Italian locations, which include the cafes in Naples, the Riviera, and the nightlife in Rome, will make you want to book a ticket there. Here's the film from 1999, also with Philip Seymour Hoffman, Cate Blanchett, and Jack Davenport, The Talented Mr. Ripley. That was Matt Damon playing the title character in The Talented Mr. Ripley. He had been in Hollywood for roughly a decade and was already an Academy Award winner for co-writing the screenplay for Good Will Hunting. At this point, he was on the verge of superstardom. 27 years ago, when this movie was made, it was still considered something of a risk for a popular Hollywood star to play a gay character in film. But times were definitely starting to change. The character's sexuality wasn't the main draw in making Matt Damon want to play the title role of Tom Ripley. He said what made the character interesting is the fact that he was an outsider, so desperate to be loved. And it was that desperation that essentially turned him into a sociopath. French actor Alain Delon first brought Tom Ripley to life on the big screen in the 1960 thriller Purple Noon, directed by René Clément. And more recently, Andrew Scott portrayed the character in the Emmy-winning 2024 Netflix series, Ripley. Don't go away. Up next, we've got a 1971 drama set in Venice from Italian director Luchino Visconti.
Next on TCM, Death in Venice, then Indiscretion of an American Wife, and later, Captains Courageous. Oscars, you're poured in a storm tonight.